I am going to participate in a Meatless Monday that some ladies has got going on, and it's just to help us to stretch our meals, stretch our meats in particular, to where we can, just stretch them out a little bit. And I wanted to share a recipe with you guys, and also I want to let you know some of the ladies that I know have already been participating in this. One is Lori from Whippoorwill Holler, which most of you would probably already know. The Farming Pastor's Wife, the Little Homestead, and Vickies Country Kitchen, as most of you guys already probably know too. So I wanted to go ahead and throw something in here for you guys that I think you'll really, really like, because it's super good. I could eat this every day of the week myself. It don't matter. I don't have to have meat regardless anyway. I love meat, but if it's not on the table, I'm fine too. So let's get on with this recipe. Okay, so let's get on with this Meatless Monday. Not only is this a Meatless Monday, but this is pretty much stove-free. So that's awesome. I love to get black beans, and I use black beans a lot in my salads and stuff like that. And what I'm making today is one of my favorite things to make, and I eat it with this a lot too. This here is, you can see it better maybe that way. This is guacamole. It's not really guacamole in the fullness of it, but I like to get avocados and chop them up or fix them up and put some garlic powder in them, some lemon juice, maybe some salt. So it's not fully guacamole, but it's got a good flavor to it. And I freeze them in muffin tins, as you see there, and use them individually that way, because they turn brown if you don't. And these will eventually turn brown, but they still keep their color pretty good for a good while. So that's a good tip too, by the way. I'm going to defrost this, and I like to use the butter setting if you have a butter setting on your microwave. So we'll defrost that. And while that's defrosting, let me stick this in the freezer. I'm going to get my beans ready, and I'm going to put about as much as you would want in a shell, a taco shell, because these are shells that I made the other day. Lots of times I just buy the store-bought ones, but sometimes I get a whim to just make some. So these are just tortilla shells that I made the other day. I am going to heat them up a little bit. You can heat them up in the microwave as well as this way, so just whatever. But while this is going on, I'm going to set that there and let that get heated up for me. And then I'm going to microwave these. I'm going to eat me a bean while I'm waiting. And I'm going to put some, as you'll see here, let me just get on with it. Okay, the guacamole got done. I'm putting my beans in the microwave. Just 30 seconds, whatever you think it'll take. Now see, that came up nicely, and that was on the melting butter section on my microwave. My tortillas here getting warm for me. And just about beat that. I love this meal, guys. I could eat this meal every day. A lot of times I have this for lunch during the day as well. There's my beans, there's my guac, here's my tortilla, still getting a little warm. Okay, we got that bad boy good and warm. Stick him over here. Now I will add some of my beans to this. There's your protein, guys. And now I'll add some, actually I'm going to put, I like that sriracha sauce. And just a smidgen if you add this. You don't have to add this. You can put taco seasoning on it or whatever if you want to into your beans and put them on the stove. That's all options. Now put this guacamole on there. I got me some cilantro that I pulled out of the garden the other day. So I'm putting that on there. This is an amazing meal. You got your protein, guys, from your beans, your guacamole, which is your great natural oils and fats in that. And then cilantro is pretty much a superfood in itself. And then my tortilla, which don't have to be homemade, but this one in particular is homemade. And there it is, guys. Can y'all see that? Looks amazing. And it's a very good little satisfying meal, big time. And you can use your extra guacamole if you do that for some dip and chips to go with it. Mmm. Mmm. Good stuff. Time for Remember When again. Today I got some kind of cool things, I think, anyway, that I want to share with you guys. And first of all, I'll show you my candy. I got some Easter candy. I've already ate some of it, but I ain't ate all of it. And guess what this is? This is something that I remember when they first came out with it, and it was just so cool. It was just a different type of candy than we ever had. And you know, it was just different. But anyway, it's Pop Rocks. Now, this is a lollipop with Pop Rocks in it. But it still gave me the idea of the Pop Rocks, how we used to love the Pop Rocks. Let them sit in your mouth and pop, pop, pop. Sometimes they would even hurt. They'd pop against your skin, your tongue somehow or another and hurt. But we love Pop Rocks. And opening your mouth, closing your mouth, open your mouth, closing your mouth, just to hear all the sounds. But anyway, that made me think of that. In thinking of that, it made me think about when we had parties at school. You know, back in my day, when we had parties at school, we had a popcorn machine. There was a popcorn machine that they'd make popcorn in, and we'd get the little returnable Coke bottles, the smaller ones, and that was our party right there. Sometimes some of the parents would make cookies or different things like that. But really, it was popcorn and a little Coke. And that tasted so good together, just like with the peanuts in the Coke and stuff like that. That popcorn and that little Coke bottle. And it was better in that little Coke bottle than it was any other way, you know, drinking it from a can or anything else. That little Coke bottle just made it special somehow or another. And we had the brown paper towels that they had in the bathrooms. They'd cut off a piece of that. You'd have about that big of a piece sitting on your table, and they'd come around and they'd scoop you out some popcorn, and everybody'd hand everybody a drink, and that was our party. So it just made me think about that as well. Through that, I also thought about Saturday cartoons. I remember in the mornings on Saturday cartoons, after we'd go out and tend to the cattle and all that kind of stuff, because we milked, we'd come in and sit and watch cartoons for a good while. And I remember sometimes even getting up, and the thing I was actually looking at was talking about how you used to get up and eat cereal, and sometimes we did, but usually for us it wasn't that, because we normally through the week had biscuit and gravy every day through the week. And then on weekends we would have either rice or oatmeal or pancakes, something like that. And then Sunday especially, we would usually have rice or oatmeal because it was super quick and easy. So that was the main things we'd have on Sunday morning. But Saturday morning, it was usually pancakes, sometimes biscuit and gravy. But I remember being hungry and wanting to get something to eat, and we'd just go in there and get a sleeve of crackers and sit and watch cartoons with the sleeve of crackers. And that was just great to us. So going on from that, I thought about how I think most people did this to some degree anyway, how we used to lay on the couch with our feet up on the back of the couch and our head hanging off the couch, looking at everything upside down. And I used to look at things upside down and imagine in my mind what our house would be like if we lived upside down in it, and how we walked on the ceiling, have to step over things, around things, things, and the door be short from going out. You have to step over the door. Just different silly things I used to think about. And that made me think about how we used to, which we didn't get by with this. So this wasn't something we really got to do, but I remember doing it in my bedroom, probably more so than I do in the house, living room or anything. But we used to walk across the bedroom, the bed and the furniture and stuff, and not touch the floor, because the floor would be lava or a big hole or whatever you imagined it to be. We used our imagination a lot growing up, and I love that, and I really try to stir my grandkids up to do that very thing too. But anyway, that's the things I wanted to add to Remember When today. I know this is going to stir up some great things I get to hear from you guys about, and I love hearing them. I appreciate you guys. I will see you in a few days with some more Remember Wins as well as some other videos. So until then, I thank you guys. I appreciate you. And I'll see you later. God bless you.